Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Key from Key2TheGame podcast. I got a special guest with me, my brother, Ru.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean,
Like I'm RuWill in the building. Key to the game.
definitely.
I appreciate you having me here, bro.
I appreciate you doing this for me, man. Yeah, make sure y'all go check out his podcast too, man. 2 cents
Yeah.
short of a dollar, man.
Yes,
At
yes,
that
yes.
YouTube.
Definitely, definitely. You said you wanted to talk about the playoffs, right? I know this is what we've been waiting for all year.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. So, I just wanted to give some playoff predictions. The playoffs started. Everybody played their first game and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I just wanted to speak to you, see what you had on your mind, what you thought about the playoffs.
I can't lie. The playoffs this year kind of feels a little bit like NCAA. You know what I'm saying? Where it kind of feels like wide open. Like
Yeah,
anybody can kind of
definitely.
go this year. So this is one of the most exciting years in recent history. But I do got some favorites on each side. Would you like to start East or would you like to start West?
We can start with the East.
Well, with
So,
the East, and of course, all my predictions here are barring teams being healthy.
yeah,
I like Milwaukee. If Giannis is there, I think they would beat the Heat in five. That was like my prediction before anything. You know what I'm saying? But as long as Giannis is healthy, I got Bucks running through the Heat.
yeah, I definitely got that too. I actually thought they was gonna win the game without Giannis. That's how
Yeah,
much confidence I got in
yeah.
them. But,
Middleton actually looked good, and I think that's the key to the Bucks. If Middleton's going, their offense is unlocked.
yeah, definitely. Drew Holiday just got to get it going, man. But
Yeah.
he'll pick it up. He'll pick it up.
Yeah, he was
I
dropping
think.
dimes too. He had like what, like 15 assists or something like that.
Yeah, he played well. He played well as far as a facilitator.
Yeah,
They could have used a little more scoring from him, but his
yeah,
defense is always there too. I think
yeah,
his defense on Jimmy Butler is gonna be the key.
yeah. Because he's physical, you know what I'm saying. So even though he's a guard, he's smaller, you know what I'm saying. Jimmy, streaky shooter, so I don't think you got to worry too much about Jimmy shooting over you, but you just
Yeah,
don't want to make him comfortable.
and you can't get him to the line. That's what he tried to bait you to get him to the line a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
So
I got that series probably going six now. I think
six,
it probably
okay,
goes six.
but you got Bucks as well.
Oh,
All
definitely
right,
I got
so
Bucks.
we in agreement then. Bucks.
But what you think about the Celtics? The Celtics matchup with Atlanta. I'm gonna tell you this, man. Somebody betted me $50 that the Hawks would beat the Celtics. I tried to let him out I tried to let him out the bet. He still wanted the bet. I said, all right.
$50 that they'll get a game or they win the series.
That's what I had to ask him. He said the series. I said, oh wow.
Bro, I don't think the Hawks are gonna get a game, bro.
Me neither. I don't think they're gonna get a game.
Yeah,
Trey Young, he's too streaky of a scorer. Like I think I don't the offense is too stagnant with him, and it
yeah.
takes DeJounte Murray out the game.
Trey might be out of there
Yeah, they
after this season.
the organization gave them the green light to trade him.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think Trey, man, he needs to be like a Allen Iverson dude. Like he needs to be surrounded by defenders where he
yeah,
could just take all the shots and everybody else just play defense
yeah,
like that 76ers not championship team, but the team that went to the championship.
yeah. Or I don't know how he would change the outlook on this team, but a team right now that has a glaring hole for a star would be the Brooklyn Nets. You know what I'm saying? But they got some
Yeah,
pieces
somebody
that could.
said that to me.
Yeah,
That him or Dame Lillard, they were saying should go there.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I like BK. I like BK. We could actually go to that series, man. They just finished playing.
yeah,
They
yeah,
played Philly. They I mean they hung in there, but Philly is just too much for them. They might be
yeah. Nothing Brooklyn can do, in my opinion, can help them win this series. They just don't have the manpower. You know, Philly's just
yeah.
a better team, top to bottom.
And they don't have nothing for Joel Embiid. Like they got to triple team him because the double team is not even working at this point.
Yeah, yeah,
But
because he got to outweigh Claxton by what, like 70 pounds, you think?
yeah, they got Claxton on him. Claxton is my size. As far as weight, Claxton is he don't got enough bricks in his back pocket.
Nah,
But
nah.
I
Brooklyn's
I,
a
def-
different
I
sport,
like
man.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I like Brooklyn as a team. I just think they need a star.
They remind me of, like, not exactly, but you remember when Toronto, before they got Kawhi, is a great supporting cast. You just got to
Yeah,
plug in a star, and then maybe they can do something.
definitely they need a number one.
Yeah,
I would definitely agree with that, man.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
see who they get in the offseason, but I definitely like what they got. They got some picks also. Like I
yeah.
don't see a rebuild. I see like a reload over there.
I feel like that's a good point right there. That's a good point.
But what you got? What you got? Philly winning the sweep too.
Yeah, Philly. I think Philly's in the sweep. Yeah.
Philly is sweep. So we could move on to the Cavs and the Knicks. That might be the best series.
I think that's gonna be the toughest series.
Yeah.
I know right now the Cavs are down 0-1, but before it started, I have the Cavs. I'm not gonna jump off the ship. I got the Cavs. I still think it's gonna be a tough series, but I'm gonna say the Cavs pull it out in 6. I think the Knicks are kind of going gas out.
I actually had the Cavs too. I agree with you on that. I had the Cavs too. The Knicks is tough. I think Jalen Brunson is the X factor because Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell, they're just too little for him. He's too strong for them.
Yeah,
He posts them up all day and he get whatever he wants. So
yeah,
I mean Donovan Mitchell gonna have to go for 40 or something one of these games. Like you have to have a big game for them
yeah.
to get them. But I think that's a series I think could possibly go 7. I think go 7.
It has 7 potential, but something about me just seeing the Knicks play throughout my lifetime, I feel like the Knicks are gonna be the Knicks at some
Oh
point
yeah,
in time.
especially us being from New York. The Knicks just always disappoint us, man. I mean, I'm actually surprised at the season they had. Jalen Brunson proved me wrong, even though I always agreed that he was a good player, but I didn't know he was this good.
He nice. He the
I
truth.
thought I thought the playoffs was not a fluke, but I just think that I didn't think that he was that player for 82 games, but he proved me wrong.
And
Definitely proved
I
me
was
wrong.
watching the game. I heard him say he's 6'1". I don't think Jalen Brunson's 6'1".
But I thought he was about 6'3". What you
Oh,
think he is?
for real? He looks smaller than that to me, but
I
he's
only think
tough.
that because I watched him in high school, and he was always listed at 60. But you know, in high school they over exaggerate, so I could be
Yeah,
wrong too. They said Donovan Mitchell was 60 at a point. Now he's 6'1". You know how they do with the heights in
yeah.
sports.
I'm gonna go Cavs though. I think the Cavs still gonna come back and pull it out. I think they're the better team. I do think the Knicks are tough though. They're gonna play. They're not gonna be an easy out. So every game's gonna be a tough game. But I got the Cavs pulling that one out.
Yeah, I got it. It seemed like they was having close games during the season too, even though the Knicks won the season series 3-1, but a lot of them games was real close.
Yeah.
And speaking of the Cavs, man, what you think about Evan Mobley not winning Defensive Player of the Year? You don't think he deserved it?
He was in the running. He was definitely
Was he
in
here run up, right? I know he was a finalist. Him,
I
Brooke, and I think Jaren Jackson was the 3 finalists.
so I didn't really see the order, but I
Mm-hmm.
mean Evan Mobley is he's tough. I don't know exactly what player he reminds me of, but he's just like perfect for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
he got Anthony Davis potential. Will he reach it? I don't know. That's remain to be
yeah,
seen. But I think he got Anthony Davis potential.
yeah, I would
Who else?
agree that that's a good comparison. His athleticism, if he can develop a little bit of a more consistent shot, start taking it
Mm-hmm.
out year over year, he's gonna be
And
a
he's
great
bigger
player.
too. Well, he's about 7 feet. AD 6'10".
I think he's a good 7 feet. Yeah,
And I don't think the Cavs is going to reach their full potential until he becomes the best player. I
yeah.
think
But
they need him to be the best player.
luckily they're young though, so
Yeah,
if they can
yeah.
stick together, of course, contractual obligations and stuff can always make it tough. But if they could
Mm-hmm.
just keep this core together, maybe 2 3 years, they could do something special.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I like that team for the future. They surprised me. They actually loaded right now. Like they're playing well right now. They won close to 50 games. I
Yeah,
didn't even expect that, but yeah, I like that team for the future. That's definitely gonna be a contender for a while.
yeah. Okay, so it sounds like we got 1 2 3 and 4 coming out the East. Those
Mm-hmm.
are the top 4 seeds. What you thinking in the West?
Uh, well, let's get into this to this Kings and Golden State series, man.
That's probably gonna be the toughest series on that side.
Yeah,
And even though everything in my heart is saying Sacramento, I gotta kind of just fall back with my mind and just think clutch situations. Golden State's just been there. I think they're gonna be able to pull out some of those tight games. I'm gonna
mm-hmm.
say Golden State takes that 1-7.
Yeah. Speaking of clutch, you know who the top clutch dude is in the league this year, right?
De'Aaron Fox.
Swiper Fox, yeah.
De'Aaron
So
Fox,
I
yeah.
mean, it's gonna be tough. I told people, man, I got Sacramento lighting the beam twice, at least twice. They already
Yeah,
lit it once. They might light it again tonight. If they light it
yeah.
again, going to stay in trouble.
Yeah. I listen. I mess with Sac. I rock Kentucky blue on them. I mess with Kentucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that be your team for the longest.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of when you have a player like Swiper, and then you
Mm-hmm.
go and bring in like Malik. They
Yeah, I
got
love
that
Malik Monk.
they got that camaraderie. Like
Yeah,
not the
he was with the Lake Show last year. I fell in love with him watching. That's my team, man. I
yeah
like Monk a lot. I wish we could have kept him.
yeah. Not to go too far off topic, but I remember like in '08 when they drafted D Rose, and then Chicago could have drafted Chris Douglas Roberts. I'm like, why don't you do it? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But
keep that camaraderie, but it reminds you of that how they supposed to
exactly.
be together.
E-
Yeah, no,
e-
I like them a lot. They got the best offense in history. Not even just this year. They got the best offense in NBA history. They
Yeah.
score. I like them.
And
I think it's gonna be a up and down series as far as like pace because none of them really play defense really.
Yeah.
I mean, now that Wing is back, Golden State probably would be a better defensive team than they have been all season. But I see it as a high scoring series, and I'm gonna go Sacramento, man.
Yeah, I can't blame you. Listen, that's what my heart is, but I just think my mind say Golden State. But Sacramento's tough, and they got a good coach. I always
Yeah,
like Mike Brown as a
Mike
coach.
Brown coached his butt off this year. I think he's gonna run away with Coach of the Year.
Yeah,
But
he deserves it. He deserves it.
I I don't know. I just watching Sacramento this year, man. I won't say a fan of the team, but certain players on that team, man, I became big fans. And that light the beam concept,
Yeah,
I love that. Yeah, I like the light the beam thing.
it's hard not to root for them. They haven't been in the playoffs in so
17
long.
years.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna take them. I'm gonna take them at 6.
All right. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna take them at 6. If they win today, it might go 5. But that's my bold prediction. That's my
Okay.
bold prediction of the playoffs.
I had a bold one, but some injuries kind of like
Who is that?
swayed me. I had the Clippers beating the Suns.
Oh, let's get into that series.
Yeah, I had the Clippers beating the Suns. I was expecting, well, I was hoping Paul George could make a comeback. Even though I like the Suns, I just think they need more time to gel. And this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion because KD is one of the greatest players of all time, but I think KD is probably the greatest system player of all time. If you put him in the right system, he's unstoppable.
I could definitely see that. I also think he's the most easiest fit of a superstar. Like you don't need the ball, you could just put him anywhere, and that's probably what you mean by system. Like he put in a good system, and
he's the best plug and play player ever, right?
Yeah.
But as they're kind of just figuring out where everyone needs to be, I think this is the perfect time to get Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they don't have that chemistry yet.
Exactly. But I just think the Clippers been slept on this whole year, and I know they've kind of been somewhat of a disappointment since they assembled, especially because of what happened with Denver, right? They had all these high expectations every year.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be them versus the Lakers,
right?
They
let Denver come back from 3-1. That was the bubble year, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I think Clippers disappointed a few times after, but I think this year they just was flying right under the radar. And I know Russ is not popular, but I felt like he's exactly what they needed because Kawhi,
how I feel about Russ, man. He was on my team for 50 plus games. It was a disaster. Well, for 50 plus games this season.
Yeah,
it was a disaster the whole 2 years. But I think he fits a little more over there with the Clippers, more shooters.
Because he's gonna light a fire under them guys. Because Kawhi is a business, right? He's just gonna punch the clock. Paul George, when he plays, he's just way too cool. But Russ is gonna light that fire that they need. You know what I'm saying? He's like the indirect leader. He's not good enough to be the leader, but emotionally, he's gonna be the leader that they need. You know what I'm saying?
He might have had the best 3 for 19 game I ever seen. He guarded Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and KD for 59 possessions. They only scored a total of 6 points together.
And if you know anything about Russ, look, I ain't crazy. I'm not gonna tell you Russ could stop KD, right? But ever since KD left the Thunder, the physicality Russ plays with when he guards KD, he bothers him a little bit. You know?
Yeah, I think that shocked him where they put that a 6'3" dude on him.
Yeah,
but he could get up under KD because he's so physical,
and he knows KD. I seen it ever since KD left. I remember watching them games in Brooklyn when Russ had the guard, when Russ was on the Wizards. You know what I'm saying? They came back and stole one of those games they wasn't supposed to have. He's just real physical with him because he's 6'3". Sometimes the refs gonna let you get away with some stuff. You know, a la PJ Tucker.
Definitely, man. Yeah. Someone told me they had Clippers in 6 too, man. Someone told me they had Clippers in 6, but that's gonna be a tough series too because Phoenix is only them 3: Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, and Devin Booker. And Chris Paul looked like he looked like Father Time is catching up to him.
Yeah,
I think their bench is not the bench. They don't really have a bench, so it's gonna be tough. Devin Booker and KD gonna have to play big for them to win, but
yeah.
I'm gonna say them in 6.
Phoenix or
I got Phoenix in. Say they down 0-1. I got them in 6. I'll say 6.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with you. Like I said, I think Paul George has to play, which he's not going to the first round for the Clippers to win. If he were to play, I would have picked them. But just shorthanded, I'm a lean towards. I'm gonna say Phoenix in 7 because I think the Clippers do have a deeper team. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Even like Bones Highland, you know what I'm saying. They got a
And
deep team.
what's his name, man, from UCLA, Norman Powell, man.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
killed us. He killed us. At the end of the season, he gets to the line like he James Harden.
yeah. I won't be surprised if it goes either way though. But that's gonna be an interesting
Yeah,
series.
that's an interesting series. So I felt like people was ducking Phoenix, man. The Clippers is one team that didn't duck them. So
Yeah.
at the end of the season, if you watch, a lot of teams was ducking Phoenix, man. And
I don't.
that, huh?
Kawhi don't strike me as somebody who's gonna duck anything.
Yeah,
Though.
he ain't ducking,
Yeah.
but other teams was ducking them.
Yeah.
I say I think Golden State ducked them. I say
Mhm.
Golden State ducked them.
Yeah.
And that leads me to go to this next series, man. The Lakers and Memphis, man.
Yeah.
I feel teams duck Lakers too, man.
Yeah, I know Lakers is your boys and
Yeah,
1-0 now. I think if John Morant's not right, Memphis doesn't have a chance. But even despite the 1-0, I'm just gonna be honest, I had Memphis winning the series. I think Memphis is a great team. You know what I'm saying? I know Ja gets all the highlight plays, but if you watch them, they're a
yeah, they're a
really
great
great
team.
team. But the only thing I overlooked when I picked them is their starter and backup center is hurt. So they got the third string.
That's what I say. That hurt them a lot because
Yeah.
Steven Adams and Brandon Clark, they was the best rebounding team for a portion of the year, maybe for the whole year. I'm not sure. I
Yeah.
have to look up that stat, but them two had some. They played a big part in it with Steven Adams, his offensive rebounding, and his rebounding period. He probably averaged like 11 rebounds this year, I believe.
Yeah.
That hurt them, and like you said, the Ja Morant injury. But I told people before the series started, I said, in order for us to win, I think Darvin Ham has to look into Jared Vanderbilt guarding Ja Morant because he's the quickest perimeter defender we have. Our point of
Yeah.
attack defense, besides him, then a shooter a little bit. But our two starting guards, Austin Reeves and D'Lo, they're great on offense, but their point of attack defense is not there. So I said we have to put Mando on him. We have to we got to keep AD close to the basket, so we got to put him on Tillman instead of putting him on Jaren Jackson Jr.
Mhm.
Put LeBron on Jaren Jackson Jr. since he likes to play on the perimeter, and he came out and did it. I think that was the best. I think that was the best game I've seen Darvin Ham coach all year. I've been pretty hard on him all year.
Yeah.
But I think he coached a good game.
I think Memphis is in trouble now. I don't think it's gonna be no parade in that city.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
Even if Job play, he's gonna be limited.
Yeah, I like Desmond Bain though. I like
Desmond Bain too. He's Ja just give him that.
Yeah,
that he could get, man, one highlight dunk or anything. He just turned the crowd
get
up.
them going. Yeah.
So I think that's a big loss. That might be a bigger loss than the Bucks losing Greek.
Yeah. So right now,
and speaking of Greek, he's gonna be back game 2. So.
Oh, okay. Like, but like Ja, even before he got hurt again during the game, he didn't look right. The hand was taped up.
Mm-hmm.
But just based on what I saw and me, I don't think Ja's gonna be right for the whole series. I'm gonna say Lakers 6 and maybe 5, but I'm just go ahead and say 6 for now.
Yeah, I if Memphis lose this next game, I say 5. But if they win, I'll give them 6. I give them 6. Who else? The last series, this series, Minnesota might get swept after what I seen last night. But Denver versus Minnesota, man, the Jokic is too much for Gobert and Cat. He's just too much. I don't even know why Cat was guarding. Why they didn't put Gobert on him?
I forgot who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody, and they was like, "Yo, they probably got to put Cat on them." I'm like, "It don't matter what they do. Neither one of them can guard him. Cat's soft. Gobert can't move his feet well enough. As slow as Jokic is, but he crashes.
His footwork is just so crazy, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what Minnesota's doing.
And then they lost their best perimeter defender. He punched the wall and broke his hand. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on over there in Minnesota. It's going to be a lot of things. There's going to be a lot of things moving in Minnesota during this offseason, I believe.
Dude, but what do they have to move? They gave up so much assets for Rudy Gobert. Like, that's crazy.
I'm going to tell you what I think they're going to end up doing.
Yeah.
I think they're going to end up trading Cat because Gobert is pretty much untradeable. No one wants him, especially for that contract. So, and you're not trading Ant-Man. He's the rising franchise player.
Right.
You're going to have to go Cat and try to see if you could get as much assets as you can to try to recover some of them assets you gave up for Gobert. Like 3 first-round picks was crazy for Gobert.
Yeah, for Rudy Gobert. Like,
Yeah.
come on, that don't even make
That set the market for everybody. People
no.
started asking for crazy deals for people. Kevin Durant, what they wanted, like 4 or 5 first round picks.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah,
yeah, Minnesota. I'm not sure they're gonna get a game either. I'm gonna say they get swept. Somebody's got to get swept. I'm gonna say it's
yeah,
them.
somebody got to get swept, right? Well, them in Atlanta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Atlanta's out of there, man.
Yeah, my boy Tatum ain't playing no games
Oh
with
nah,
them.
yeah, that's my boy right there. You know
Yeah.
that's the brotherhood, man. Dude, that's the
Yeah.
brotherhood. That's the
Yeah.
brotherhood, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, so those are our final predictions, man. We'll be back to y'all with the second round. I mean, not finals prediction, the first round predictions. We'll be back with y'all with the second round predictions, man. I hope you
Oh,
guys enjoyed the show, man.
definitely, and I appreciate you for having me. I'm here all the time, so just call me. I'll come through.
Thank you. You know, you've been my brother since kids,
Yeah.
man. So I appreciate you. I appreciate all the help, man.
All
And I
right,
wish your
y'all.
podcast the best too, man. Make sure
Thank
y'all
you.
go add that podcast YouTube channel, man.
Yeah.
2 cents short of $1, man.
Yeah, and key to the game, like, comment, subscribe. Need the engagement. The engagement just helps you go in that algorithm. So like, comment, and subscribe.
All right. Thank you, my brother. Peace.
All right, later.